Hey everybody, it's Jasmine. So today I'm starting off this video barefaced because I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. I haven't done this type of video in so long because recently I've been making a lot of purchases just very sporadically. Like if I want to get something, I'll just get it here and there. But collectively, I actually have a full face for you guys, which is actually really exciting. So I'm actually going to go ahead and jump right into primer. The primer that I have here is by Kaja. This one is their Blur Drop Weightless Water Primer. I got this primer as a Christmas gift from my friend Kate. Thank you. I haven't used it because I was so focused on going through my other primers. This has a very unique but also familiar texture because it feels like a silicone-based primer, but it also glides on the skin very effortlessly and seamlessly. So it does feel like water on the skin, but you definitely have that feeling that you do have primer on. Can we get a clean sponge? A clean sponge? While I was cleaning my sponge, I noticed that this kind of just has a silicone feeling on the skin that I don't think will really sink in. So we're just gonna go with it. I assume that because it's like this, it's actually gonna make the skin look really, really dewy at the end of the day. Do I think that it's going to fill in my pores? I think to a certain extent. I don't think it's gonna be anything like NYX pore filler that'll really just make your skin look porcelain soft. I think this will, soften it because of that silicone texture, but because it does feel like it's also sitting on top of the skin, I do feel like it will break down underneath foundation. You guys honestly don't know the surplus amount of requests that I have for a natural makeup look. Now I feel like I have so many natural makeup looks. So today I kind of want it to be a little bit more soft, low key, but because it's almost Valentine's Day, I do want to have a little pop of pink in there. So we are just gonna do like a pretty natural base to complement this look. So I decided to take out my Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. I did do a review on this and I can't believe I didn't catch that when I was editing. I called this Makeup Revolution. I am just as embarrassed as some of you guys because you know what? I'm just human, man. I just make mistakes. But I am in the shade Y365 in this foundation. And now I know this video is a full face of first impressions and I already have a review, but out of all of my foundations, this is the newest one that has been added to my collection. And you guys know, if you guys saw the Project Pan video that I uploaded earlier this year, I really want to get rid of 4 different foundations. So I'm working through my collection before I go ahead and buy another one. So for now, this is going to be the newest one that I have in the bunch. So bear with me. But this is still really nice. It's so lightweight. If you are going to anywhere tropical like Hawaii or anywhere that's like really humid, I think you'll really like this foundation because it kind of just feels like skin. You don't feel it on the skin at all, but it also evens out the complexion. So it's just a win-win. I'm gonna do one more pump and this one is going to go over anywhere that is red. So I'm just going to go ahead and strategically dot this in areas that I just need a little extra help in. And by the way, I'm using my ShopMissA Paw Paw Wonder Blender. A lot of you guys also ask about the tools that I use whenever I do these type of makeup tutorials. I always list the brushes that I use in the description box below because I find it very helpful for you guys. But I noticed that not everyone opens that. So just letting you guys know that it's always there. I always have a very full and well-rounded description box, or at least I'd like to hope I have a well-rounded one. I mean, I work really hard on it. I mean, I revise it like every few months. If you watched the video with me and Sydney and we went ahead and talked about new product releases, you guys heard in that video that I made a Colourpop order. Now I really wanted to get free shipping because I didn't want to pay for it, and I ended up buying a concealer and I don't need another concealer. I really don't. My collection is full of foundations and concealers. But I ended up buying the Pretty Fresh concealer because I just heard so many great things about it and it just seemed appealing and it just got me to free shipping and it was just, I needed it. No questions asked. Thank you. So I got the shade Light 45W and I only got this because I felt like the other shades were a little off in undertone as far as the pictures were concerned. Let's see how far just one dump will get me actually. I'm not gonna double dip. I don't know if this is one of those concealers that's like little goes a long way or anything like that, but we will see. We'll check that out. So far, I think it kind of blends in pretty well, especially with this type of formula of foundation. I think because this texture is so lightweight, I think it just seamlessly blends in with that foundation. And I could visibly see that my skin has a nice dew to it. And that's also because of the foundation and the primer as well. The primer, I already assumed that it was gonna do that, but also this finish here is a satin finish foundation already. Unfortunately, I didn't have any new powders, but I actually dug this one out because it was actually hiding behind my shelves. So I dug it out. This is the Juno Blur Makeup Setting Powder. I have the Airbrush version, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly set my under eyes. This isn't new, but I haven't used it in a long time, so we're just gonna go ahead and use it today. Do you know what I noticed? I noticed that from the time of me putting the concealer down and then picking up the powder and then taking this brush and setting my under eyes did not crease as much as the, what is it? No Filter concealer, the original concealer from Colourpop. That concealer creases on my eyes instantly, and this one didn't, so that's a good thing. That's a great first impression because I just know Colourpop to just be creasy. Also, this powder really does make the skin just look so blurred and so delicious, but I only did my under eyes. I don't think I'm gonna do the rest of my face because it is 9 o'clock and I mostly just wanted to play around with this makeup. Like if it didn't work, I'm doing it at night and I could just take it off, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go in with my brows, and today I'm gonna be using a new product from Real Her. This is their brow pencil in the shade I Am Strong. I believe this is like a universal brow pencil, so we're gonna see how she works out. She does have a spoolie on one end as well. It's actually really, really tiny, so I'm actually really excited about this. I also know, because I am a Real Her affiliate, I think Real Her is also going to have a Valentine's Day deal for a week long. So each day of the week, I think there's going to be a new deal that comes out, which I think is pretty cool because they did that for Christmas, and I went in, girl. I went in. So I'm actually really excited to see what they're bringing to the table. So depending on the pressure, it will go darker, or you could keep it pretty light. I'm keeping this at like a medium pressure about, and it's looking pretty okay. I think this does look a little warm, like a little bit more honey than I would like, but there's nothing that brow powder can't fix. But you know what, like it's not that bad, and I think for a universal brow pencil, it's really not bad. I haven't tried the It Cosmetics brow pencil because I know that one was pretty popular for some time. Do they even make those? Do people even talk about it? I only know about it through YouTube, but that one was really popular. So it's great knowing that there's another alternative out there too. It's not bad. It's not waxy at all. Like I don't feel like my brows are clumping together, but I also feel like it's waxy enough so that the color is all even. Ooh, you know what? This concealer is also thicker in texture, which is interesting because this also claims to be more hydrating. But it also makes sense because that's probably why it didn't crease as fast. I never do this. This doesn't ever happen, but this is the Alter Ego eyeshadow base. I never do eye primer because I just feel like concealer is enough for me, but today we're gonna go ahead and use this. I don't really know what to expect. Usually I feel like primers don't really work. I mean, I don't really see a lot of creasing in my eyeshadows in general. So that's the reason why I don't really feel like I need it. And plus I set it in with powder anyway. So it's like, I don't know if it really does me any justice. This kind of makes my eyelids feel a little tacky, which I'm gonna powder down anyways because I don't like a tacky base on my eyes. When I was visiting Sydney, she graciously gave me the Tati beauty palette. I am so happy about this because look at her. I used her once. Actually, I used her like a couple of times in Hawaii. Like I dibble dabbled a little bit in there, but I haven't fully used the palette. I don't know if I'm gonna fully use it today because I do want to do more of like a natural, ethereal, angelic type of look. So today I'm using the shade Aura and I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyelid in place. I'm just gonna use this on my Sigma E40 and I'm just going to roughly pat this on my eyelid. I also zoomed you guys in so that you guys could see the whole process a little bit better. So I'm also going to be taking the shade right on top, so the sequin shade, and this is the Aura Row, and I'm going to still use that same E40 brush, and I'm going to pop this into my crease. I don't know if you guys are really going to see what's going on because it's such a light cream shade, but just trust the process, please. Thank you. I realized my camera shut off on me, so I just took this shade and this shade, taking more of the cream, and I am going to pop this ever so gently into the crease. I want this to be like a kiss of pink. I don't want it to be so magenta, so that's why I'm diluting it with the cream shade. I'm going to take this Elysium Zuri brush and I'm just going to use the magenta shade by itself, and I'm going to pat this on near the lash line. This brush is just your typical eyeshadow brush, so just take that color on the tip of the brush. You're also going to follow this color into your crease. Now you can take the crease shade a little higher than your normal crease. We just want to add a little bit of definition in this area. On a flat concealer brush, I'm going to go ahead and take the metallic version of the Aura shade, and I am going to go ahead and look down into my mirror. And I'm gonna grab this all on the inner third and I'm going to follow it through into the area that seems a little bit more blank, kind of where the magenta is not apparent. So that's going to be in this little cut crease motion. And then right when you meet the magenta up in the crease, you just wanna pat your brush up into the color so that it gently fades and it's not a harsh line. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my liquid liner. This is by Real Her and this is their I Am Outstanding eyeliner. This is a felt tip liner, so I don't really know how, you know, my wings are gonna turn out because normally I feel like whenever I have a felt tip liner, my wings are so crazy thick, but we will see with this one. Also, the Tati palette, the colors are so easy to blend. There is fallout, but it doesn't really bother me because it's so blendable and so pigmented. I'm gonna play it safe and do a baby wing because I know that I will get out of hand and I want to stop myself now. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it on the other eye. I'm going to use another product from Real Her. This is their I Am Beautiful mascara. I haven't looked at the wand. She's so big. I got some small eyes, man. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and use the mascara. I can't really judge mascara based off of first impressions. Like sometimes I can, but other times I feel like mascara just works better once you've been using it for a week. You know what I mean? It really does lengthen. As far as volume, not as much as my Lash Princess. I have some nice and cute and flirty lashes from Colourpop. I wanted to do like a Colourpop lash try-on video, but I just don't know if I should because a lot of the lashes usually get sold out. This was actually the one pair that I thought was cute and that they did have in stock. So I got the shade, I got the style, I should say, Chick. While the lash glue dries, I'm going to use the brush that we had some of the pink on, and I'm going to go in with this gold shade up here, and I'm going to go ahead and look up into my mirror and just apply this. Just looks like I have only the maroon on my under eye. I'm actually just gonna go in with the clean blending brush and pick up that shade, tap off some of the excess, and go in for it. Now I'm choosing this color because it's the closest to my skin tone, and I still wanna play with some of the shimmers that are in here because I think it'll just add this really nice soft element to the look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply these lashes. Now, these are cute, but it's all length. There's no volume. I think these lashes are meant for somebody who actually has an eyelid, because on me, it just doesn't really look right because I have small eyelids. I think to tie in the look, I'm gonna do this Marc Jacobs pencil liner in the shade Popular just to add a little something. I mean, I can't expect to like everything. This is a full face of first impressions for a reason, but these lashes are so bad. Like I don't know. They're cute, but at the same time, I'm like, sweetie, no. You know what it is? This eye look, if I look at you straight like this, I'm not living. But then if I go like this, the pose that I always do, it looks good. I just can't. I've had it. For a moment, I thought I didn't have anything new for my cheek area, but lo and behold, I have this little itty bitty palette. This one is the Makeup Revolution and Patricia Bright collaboration. She does have two of these palettes. I have the lighter one, which is Moonlight Glow, and I'm just gonna use all three shades for my face. We're gonna just look like a Neapolitan ice cream, and I am going to be living for it. Patricia, don't let me down. Because I know you collaborated and made this nice, Patricia. See, I knew Patricia put in a lot of work in this because, yeah, see, yeah, she's nice. We love Patricia. I really don't know who Patricia is. I need to watch her YouTube videos. I really don't know. But her collaboration makeup palette, her eyeshadow palette with Makeup Revolution, stunning, amazing. I need to give her more credit because she actually came out with a pretty bomb palette. All right. That's real peachy. Oh, oops, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and do like a nice little dust of highlight because this one definitely is promising. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Juno powder and I'm just gonna clean up the underside of my cheek here just to make sure kind of just looks a little bit more sharp, not as muddy. I forgot I didn't give much of a review to the eyeshadow primer. I don't think that this made the process easier for me. I just feel like my eyeshadow application was pretty much the same if I used a concealer. So maybe I'll have to use it a little bit more, but I didn't really see a huge difference. Now, if you watched the video where I filmed with Sydney, and I mentioned in that video that I bought the Colourpop Luxe Lip. Now, I actually bought the shade Casual Dress, and I'm really excited because I've never used this formula before, but it seems promising. My lip line, I don't know her. She's gone. Honestly, this color is kind of cute though. Yeah, we should define the lip line though, for real. I'm just using my Colourpop Curvy lip liner. You know, I asked myself if I'd ever get lip injections because I feel like everyone's getting them. But truthfully, I feel like I naturally have like pretty full lips, so if I actually did get it, oh, that would be a journey. Do I have any heart earrings to set the mood? Oh yeah, suddenly I am made out of gold. Mysterious. I'm seeing the future. Pulling my eyes taut so I look more Asian and cat-like and feline. Sometimes like I really be making these tutorials acting like no one in my personal life will see this, like. So now that everything is said and done, let's go ahead and do a talk through of the products that I used today. Now, I'm really liking the Kaja primer. I think that overall it makes my skin look really, really good. I do enjoy the texture, even though it's very watery, liquidy, it kind of doesn't really dry down. I kind of like that for some odd reason because I love that I'm sweaty type of look, especially at the end of the day. You guys already know my review on the Reboot foundation. I have a whole video of it on my channel, so if you missed it, I will link it up above. But pretty much synopsis of that video, I think it's a really good foundation, especially for one that claims to be light coverage. This concealer, really nice. I think she's way better than the no filter concealer. It doesn't crease. I think that yes, the color was super light, but it blended into my skin really well and I'm living for that. I love that. My under eyes really do look snatched, especially when locked in with that powder. I think the whole combination really just fit in well with each other. Now, the eyeshadow palette with the Tati Beauty palette, stunning. It's literally the best. I haven't used all of the shades yet, like I have mentioned, but it was my first time dipping into these two rows, and I am very, very, very pleased with it. So far in this palette, I used a little bit of the glitter and then a couple of the mattes, but so far, I'm still really happy with this palette. Thank you, Sydney, for giving this to me. I'm just, I love it so much. And you guys are definitely going to be seeing these in upcoming videos. You guys know I'm pretty diligent with bringing up palettes that I tell you guys that I will be bringing up in future videos. So you will definitely be seeing this palette in tutorials. Now, as far as the brows are concerned, I think that because I cover them anyway, it's probably like a waste of real estate, to be quite honest. But listen, let's move her out of the way. Oh my God. Let's do like a whole middle school moment, please. Thank you. I think it just elongates my forehead. Leave me alone. If we're looking at this brow, I think the preciseness of the brow pencil is so amazing to the point where I barely have to clean up my eyebrow to make it look this crisp. Now, I did not go in with any brow powder. This is just simply the brow pencil itself. And I do think that yes, it is just a tad bit warm, but I do have pitch black hair. Like, what do you expect from me? So I feel like if you're ranging from an ash brown to maybe like a dark honey brown, then this is definitely a brow pencil that I feel like will work for you. If you are a redhead, this definitely will not work out for you. It's not warm enough. It's not orangey enough. So definitely it's not going to work for everybody. It does claim to be a universal brow pencil, but I think it fits the majority, not everybody. I think now that everything is said and done, the lashes don't look that bad. They definitely were a little startling when I applied it, but after I have like the contour, the blush, the lips on, everything in motion, it looks good. It looks nice. It definitely makes the whole thing flow. I do want to say I look a little bit more bashful, a little shy. I got some secrets. Like, it kind of just makes me look a little bit more innocent, if that makes any sense, because it is so wispy, it is so long, but it does give me enough definition to the point where you guys know I am wearing lashes. And then as far as the mascara and the liner that I use from Real Her, the mascara and liner are to be desired. They're not my cup of tea. They're a little lackluster to me. You guys know I don't really mess with felt tip liners because I just feel like it's not as smooth an application. And typically it's not really ideal because I find that felt tip liners dry up way faster than brush tip liners. I don't know if that's just me, but that's kind of where I've always been in my liner journey. And as far as the mascara, I don't like my wands to be that thick. So let's go ahead and compare her to my Lash Princess. The Lash Princess is my favorite mascara if you guys don't know. A lot of you guys know, you guys are sick of it. But this is the size comparison. Let's go like next to my cheek. So you can see that it is significantly bigger and thicker. They both have the taper tips. So that's really nice, especially because you could really use that tip to use it on your lower lash line so it doesn't get messy. So I do appreciate that there is some thinness to the brush as well, but the formula I do have to wait because I feel like mascaras just develop into something delicious after a week or so. So I'm gonna definitely use it and then hopefully follow up with you guys in a tutorial or maybe my hits and misses. The eye primer, I almost forgot about her. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend eye primers in general. I just find that they just don't work for me. I don't find a purpose in them and I don't use them. I just feel like concealer is a better option, but that's just me. As far as Miss Patricia Bright here, I think she's actually really, really nice because I have another palette like this in my collection. It's also by Real Her and it is the Ultimate Glow Getter set. Now, let's go ahead and compare the shades a little bit because I don't really have anything really like this in my collection aside from these two. Now, if you could see the Real Her side, this is a lot warmer as far as the bronzer shade is concerned, but I feel like it's not as pigmented, even though it seems darker. If my camera can just stop dying out on me, that'd be great. But as far as the blushes are concerned, I feel like on the cheeks, they are pretty much the same. It's like a very soft peach. And then as far as the highlighters are concerned, I feel like they're so different. This one has more of like a tan undertone, like a tan golden, almost like Laura Geller Gilded Honey. And this one's more of like a champagne light gold. So this one seems just a lot brighter on the cheeks and it just seems a little bit more natural as opposed to the other shade. So realistically, if I were comparing the two and I would you know, give you a recommendation, I think I would recommend this one more simply because I like the color tones a little bit better for my complexion. As far as the Luxe Lip is concerned, this formula is very similar to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It's moussey. When you apply it, your lips just look soft and smooth. And this color is so pretty. It's a peachy nude. You guys know I'm not 100% with peachy nudes, but this one, it's just so complimentary. Like, it's light, it's not doing too much, it's not loud. I want to say that this color almost reminds me of Abu Dhabi just a little bit. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. I think this formula is really comfortable and really amazing. I don't know how long everything will last on my skin altogether because I'm truthfully going to be taking it off in the sink right after this. So I hope you guys all enjoyed my full face of first impressions. I hope that you guys were exposed to some brand new products that you really have never heard of and are interested in trying. I'm really excited about the Kaja primer. I think that one was really a standout product to me. So other than that, I hope you guys all enjoyed and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! And happy Valentine's Day! Peace out, Girl Scouts.